Admiral Taman Park stood in the command center of Earth's main space station. Through the big window, he could see stars scattered across the black sky. But today, something was different. Far away, near another star system, bright flashes of light appeared and disappeared like lightning in a storm. "Sir, the battle near Proxima is getting worse," said Lieutenant Bo Kyung, looking at her screen. "Both sides are losing many ships." Taemin nodded slowly. For 47 years, two big alien groups had been fighting each other. The Galactic Federation wanted to control everything. The Hegemony Alliance wanted to be free. Earth had watched both sides destroy planets and kill billions of beings. "How many ships have they lost today?" Taemin asked. "Federation lost 32 ships. Hegemony lost 28, Bo Kyung replied. "That's just in the last 6 hours. Taemin felt sad but not surprised. The aliens seemed to love war. They had asked Earth to join the fight many times. Each time, Earth said no. The Seoul Accords made it clear. Humans would not fight in other people's wars. Dr. So-Young Kim walked into the command center. She carried a tablet with new information about the aliens. "Admiral, I have the weekly report ready." "Tell me," Taemin said. So-Young looked at her tablet. "The Federation uses energy weapons that get very hot. Their ships are fast but not very strong. The Hegemony uses metal bullets that can break through thick armor. Their ships are slow but very tough. This was why Earth stayed out of the war. While the aliens fought, humans watched and learned. Every battle taught them something new. Every destroyed ship showed them what worked and what did not work." "What about their soldiers?" Taemin asked. "Federation soldiers are tall and thin. They move fast but get tired quickly. Hegemony soldiers are short and strong. They can carry heavy weapons but cannot run very far," So-Young explained. Captain Dong-Hyun Lee entered the room. His patrol ships had just returned from checking the edge of the solar system. "Admiral, we have a problem. A Federation ship is coming toward Earth. It looks badly damaged." Taemin frowned. "Are they asking for help?" "Yes, sir. Their captain is requesting permission to enter our space. They say they need medical help and repairs. This happens sometimes. Damaged ships from both sides would try to reach Earth. Humans always helped with medical care and basic repairs, but they never gave weapons or military information. Contact Ambassador Mina," Taemin ordered. "She needs to handle this." Ambassador Mina Choi worked in the diplomatic building on Earth. She talked to aliens from both sides of the war. Her job was to keep Earth neutral while still being helpful to those who needed aid. 20 minutes later, Mina's face appeared on the main screen. "Admiral, I've talked to the Federation ship captain. Captain Veltar says his crew is badly hurt. 3 of his officers are dying." "What's our response?" Taemin asked, though he already knew the answer. "Same as always. We'll help with medical care and basic repairs. No weapons, no military technology, no information about the war," Mina said firmly. The Federation ship limped into Earth's solar system 2 hours later. It was a big cruiser, but parts of it were blown away. Smoke came from several holes in its side. Taemin could see why the crew was asking for help. "Sir," Bo Kyung said suddenly, "long-range sensors are picking up something strange." "What kind of strange?" Taemin moved closer to her station. "There's a fleet coming from deep space. It's not Federation or Hegemony. The computer doesn't recognize their ship designs." So-Young looked worried. Could it be a new faction? Someone else joining the war? Taemin studied the sensor readings. The unknown ships were still very far away, but they were moving fast. Too fast for normal space travel. "How many ships?" he asked. "Hard to tell from this distance. At least 50, maybe more," Bo Kyung replied. Captain Dong-Hyun stepped forward. "Sir, should I take my patrol ships to investigate?" "Not yet. Keep monitoring. Let's see what they want before we make any moves." The Federation ship reached Earth's orbital medical station. Human doctors and engineers went aboard to help. Within hours, they had saved the dying officers and started fixing the ship's engines. Captain Veltar was a tall alien with blue skin and 4 arms. He met with Mina in the medical station's meeting room. "Ambassador, I must warn you," Veltar said. "The Hegemony is planning a big attack. They want to destroy the Federation's main supply base." Mina listened politely. "Captain, you know our position. We don't take sides in your war. But they might attack neutral ships too. Your cargo vessels could be in danger. We appreciate the warning. Our ships will be careful. Veltar seemed frustrated. Like many aliens, he could not understand why humans refused to fight. The Federation offered advanced technology. The hegemony promised rich trade deals, but Earth wanted neither. Back on the space station, Taemin continued watching the unknown fleet. They were getting closer, but their intentions remained unclear. "Sir, I'm getting energy readings I've never seen before," Bo-kyung reported. "These ships use a completely different type of engine." "Different how?" "They seem to eat space itself for fuel. The energy patterns are wrong somehow." So-young looked at the data and went pale. "Admiral, this isn't good. These readings suggest the ships are consuming matter and converting it directly to energy." "What does that mean?" Dong-hyun asked. "Hyun, it means they might eat planets," So-young whispered. The command center fell silent. Everyone understood what this could mean. If ships could eat planets, then nowhere was safe. "Bo-kyung, send a message to Earth Command. Tell them we might have a new problem," Taemin ordered. "Yes, sir." Hours passed. The Federation ship finished repairs and prepared to leave. Captain Veltar thanked the humans for their help. "You are good people," he told Mina. "When this war is over, the Federation will remember your kindness." "We hope the war ends soon," Mina replied. "Too many have died already." After the Federation ship left, Taemin gathered his senior staff. "What do we know about these unknown ships?" "They're definitely not from around here," So-young said. "The technology is completely alien, even compared to Federation and hegemony designs." "They're also fast," Dong-hyun added. "Faster than anything we've seen." "How long until they reach our area?" Taemin asked. Bo-kyung checked her calculations. "If they maintain current speed, about 6 days." Taemin made a decision. "Send messages to both Federation and Hegemony Command. Tell them about the unknown fleet. Maybe they know something we don't." The responses came quickly. Neither side recognized the ship designs. Both seemed worried about the new threat. That night, Taemin stood alone in his quarters, looking out at the stars. Earth had stayed out of the Galactic War for good reasons. Humans were not ready to fight advanced alien civilizations. They needed more time to learn and prepare. But now something new was coming. Something that might not care about Earth's neutrality. "Computer, connect me with Earth Defense Command," he said. General Woo Jin Han's face appeared on the screen. "Admiral, I've read your reports. How serious is this threat?" "I don't know yet, General, but if these ships can really consume planets, then everyone is in danger, including Earth." "Including Earth?" Woo Jin was quiet for a moment. "Admiral, prepare for possible combat operations. I'm activating the emergency protocols." Taemin felt his heart beat faster. The emergency protocols had never been used before. They were Earth's secret plan for defending against overwhelming alien forces. "Understood, General. What about our neutrality? If these unknowns threaten Earth directly, neutrality won't protect us. Sometimes the only way to stay peaceful is to be ready for war." The connection ended. Taemin looked back at the stars, where the unknown fleet continued its approach toward human space. For 47 years, Earth had successfully avoided the Galactic War. That time might be ending. Captain Dong-hyun Lee checked his patrol ship's sensors one more time. 3 days had passed since Admiral Taemin ordered him to investigate the unknown fleet. Now his small squadron was at the edge of the solar system, waiting. "Captain, I'm getting clear readings now," said pilot Eugene from the sensor station. 27 ships, all very large. They're shaped like giant spiders." Dong-hyun moved to look at the screen. The ships were black and had many long arms sticking out from their main bodies. He had never seen anything like them. "Are they armed?" he asked. "I can't tell. The hull material blocks most of our scans." Lieutenant Hai-wan, the communications officer, looked up from her station. "Captain, they're sending some kind of signal. It's not like Federation or hegemony language patterns." "Can you understand it?" "The computer is trying to translate." "Wait, I think I have something." Her face went pale. "Captain, the message just says consume over and over again." Dong-hyun felt cold. "Send a standard first contact message. Tell them this is human space and ask about their intentions." The response came immediately, but it was not words. Instead, the nearest spider ship fired some kind of beam at Dong Hyun's patrol vessel. "Shields up! Evasive maneuvers!" Dong Hyun shouted. The beam hit their ship and something terrible happened. Where the beam touched, the hull began to disappear. Not explode or melt, just vanish, like it was being eaten. "Hull breach on deck 3, Yu Jin reported. "But sir, the hole is getting bigger by itself." "What do you mean?" "The beam left something behind. It's eating through the ship." Dong Hyun made a quick decision. "Emergency separation. Cut away the infected section." The crew worked fast. They used emergency tools to cut away the part of the ship that was being consumed. The separated section continued to disappear until nothing was left. "All ships, retreat immediately," Dong Hyun ordered his squadron. "Return to Earth and report what we've seen." The spider ships did not chase them. They just continued moving toward the inner solar system, like they had more important things to do than fight small human ships. Back on Earth, General Woo Jin Han read Dong Hyun's report with growing alarm. He sat in the underground command center beneath Seoul, surrounded by screens showing Earth's defenses. "They eat matter," he said to his staff, "ships that can eat planets and anything else they touch." Commander Yuri Song, head of Special Operations, studied the tactical data. "Sir, if these things can consume any material, traditional weapons might not work against them." "What do you mean?" "If we shoot missiles at them, the missiles might just get eaten. Same with energy beams. They might absorb the energy instead of being damaged by it." Engineer Jinwoo Kang spoke up from his workstation. "General, I need to show you something. We've been tracking their movement through space." A large screen showed the path the spider ships had taken to reach human space. Along their route, several star systems showed strange readings. "What am I looking at?" Woo Jin asked. "These 3 systems had planets before the spider ships passed through." "Now they don't," Jinwoo explained. "The planets are just gone." The command center became very quiet. Everyone understood what this meant. These creatures did not just threaten Earth. They had already destroyed entire worlds. "How long until they reach Earth?" Woo Jin asked. "At their current speed, 18 hours, Jinwoo replied. Woo Jin activated the emergency communication system. Within minutes, he was speaking to leaders from every major country on Earth. "This is not a drill," he told them. "An alien force that consumes planets is approaching Earth. I'm requesting permission to activate Protocol 7. President Kim from Korea spoke first. "General, Protocol 7 has never been tested in real combat. Are you sure it will work?" "No, ma'am, but it's our best chance." President Johnson from the United States asked, "What about evacuation? Should we prepare the population for possible planet abandonment?" "Where would we go?" Woo Jin replied. "These things have eaten multiple planets. Running might just delay the inevitable." Prime Minister Chen from China had a different concern. "General, if we use Protocol 7, we reveal all our hidden capabilities. Earth will no longer be seen as neutral." "Sir, if Earth gets eaten, neutrality won't matter anymore." The vote was quick and unanimous. Earth's leaders authorized the use of their most secret defensive systems. Commander Yuri Song immediately began implementing Protocol 7. "All hidden installations report status," she spoke into her communicator. Responses came from all over the solar system. Secret weapon platforms hidden in asteroids, defensive systems built into the moon, underground missile bases that officially did not exist. Lunar Base 7 ready. Asteroid Platform 12 armed and ready. Mars Station 3, all systems operational. For 47 years, while Earth claimed to be neutral, they had secretly been preparing for war, not to attack others, but to defend themselves if necessary. Dr. So-Young Kim arrived at the command center with urgent news. "General, I've been analyzing the data from Captain Lee's encounter. I think I know what we're dealing with." "Tell me." "They're called the Ravager Collective. I found references in some old Federation databases. They're not originally from this galaxy." "Where are they from?" "Nobody knows. They appeared in distant sectors about 200 years ago. Every civilization they encounter gets completely consumed. Ships, planets, people, everything." Woo Jin felt his stomach drop. "How many civilizations have they destroyed?" "At least 47 that we know of. Maybe more." Engineer Jin Woo looked up from his calculations. General, I have more bad news. They're not just heading for Earth. They're positioning themselves around our entire solar system. The main screen showed the spider ships spreading out. Some headed for Earth, others toward Mars, and several moved toward the outer planets. They're going to eat everything, Yuri said quietly. Not if we stop them first, Wu Jin replied. Jin Woo, how long until our hidden weapons are fully ready? 15 hours, sir. We don't have 15 hours. Make it 10. Yes, sir. Messages began arriving from both the Federation and Hegemony. Both alien civilizations had detected the Ravager fleet and were offering to help defend Earth. Ambassador Mina Choi appeared on the communications screen. General, both sides want to send warships to assist us. Should I accept their offers? Wu Jin thought carefully. Accepting help would end Earth's neutrality forever. But facing the Ravagers alone might be impossible. Accept both offers. Tell them to coordinate with Admiral Taemin for defensive positions. Sir, the Federation and Hegemony have been enemies for decades. They won't want to work together. Then they'll have to learn. The Ravagers don't care about their war. These things will eat Federation and Hegemony ships just as easily as they eat planets. Captain Dong Hyun's patrol ships had returned to Earth orbit. His crews were shaken but ready to fight. General, my people want another chance at these spider ships. We know what to expect now. What did you learn from the encounter? Wu Jin asked. Their weapons eat matter, but slowly. If we hit them fast and don't let the consuming effect spread, we might be able to damage them. Good. You'll lead the first defensive wave. Dr. So Young had more information. General, I found something interesting in the old files. The Ravagers have a weakness. They're controlled by a hive mind, one central intelligence controlling all the ships. If we could disrupt that connection? Exactly. But we'd need to get close to their command ship to do it. Yuri looked at the tactical display. That's a suicide mission. The command ship will be protected by all the other vessels. Maybe. But it might be our only chance to stop them permanently. The first Ravager ships entered the outer solar system. Earth's long-range sensors tracked their movement as they spread out like a web, surrounding everything humans had ever built. Admiral Taemin contacted the command center. General, Federation and Hegemony fleets are arriving. They're asking for orders. Tell them to take defensive positions around Earth. Keep their ships separated. We don't want them fighting each other instead of the Ravagers. Understood, sir. The alien commanders want to know about our defensive capabilities. Should I tell them about Protocol 7? Wu Jin paused. Once other civilizations knew about Earth's hidden weapons, everything would change. But keeping secrets might get everyone killed. Tell them we have some surprises prepared. Don't give details yet. The Ravager fleet continued to advance. In just a few hours, they would be close enough to begin consuming Earth's outer installations. Jin Woo called out from his station. General, emergency reading from the lead Ravager ship. What is it? They're charging some kind of massive weapon. Energy levels are off the charts. On the main screen, the largest spider ship began to glow with dark energy. Whatever it was preparing to do, it would happen soon. All stations, prepare for combat, Wu Jin ordered. This is not a drill. Earth's survival depends on what we do in the next few hours. The quiet time was over. For the first time in 47 years, Earth was about to go to war. The largest Ravager ship fired its weapon at Earth's moon. The dark energy beam struck the lunar surface and began eating through solid rock like it was soft cheese. Within minutes, a huge crater appeared and kept growing. Protocol 7, activate. Now! General Wu Jinhan commanded. All across the solar system, hidden weapons came online. What looked like ordinary asteroids suddenly opened up to reveal massive gun platforms. The moon's surface split apart to show underground missile launchers. Even some of Earth's communication satellites transformed into defensive weapons. Dr. Jae-hoon Lim spoke from his secret laboratory beneath Tokyo. General, all weapon systems are ready. Initiating adaptive targeting protocols. Admiral Taemin watched in amazement from his space station as the solar system revealed its true nature. General, how long have these weapons been hidden? Since the day we first learned about the Galactic War, Wu Jin replied. While everyone thought we were staying neutral, we were preparing for this exact situation. The first wave of Ravager ships advanced toward Earth. They moved confidently, expecting easy prey like all the other civilizations they had consumed. They were wrong. Captain Yun-Ji-Yu led Earth's fighter squadron out to meet them. Her small ships looked tiny compared to the massive spider vessels, but they carried weapons designed specifically to fight matter-consuming enemies. "All fighters, remember your training," Yunji said over the radio. "Hit them fast, don't let their beams touch you, and trust your equipment." The human fighters attacked with weapons that Federation and hegemony forces had never seen before. Instead of energy beams or metal bullets, they fired something completely different. Weapons that disrupted the atomic bonds holding matter together. When the first Ravager ship got hit, it didn't just explode. It fell apart at the molecular level, breaking down into basic particles that scattered harmlessly into space. "Direct hit," Yunji reported. "Target destroyed." But there were many more Ravager ships, and they began to adapt to the human weapons. Their hulls started changing, becoming harder to break apart. "They're learning from our attacks," Dr. Jaehoon warned. Switching to backup weapon systems, the hidden platforms around the solar system fired their second type of weapon: gravity, bombs that created tiny black holes. These lasted for only seconds, but they pulled Ravager ships apart from the inside. Colonel Hyun-Soo Bae prepared Earth's ground defenses as some Ravager ships broke through the space battle. "All units, the enemy is trying to land. Remember, these things eat everything they touch. Stay mobile and don't let them establish a foothold." The first Ravager landing pods hit Earth's surface in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Instead of sinking, they began consuming the water itself, creating expanding dead zones where nothing existed. Hyun-Soo's forces attacked with flying vehicles that stayed well above the consumption zones. They dropped special bombs that froze the Ravager pods at absolute zero temperature, stopping their consuming effect. "It works," Hyun-Soo reported. "Extreme cold slows down their matter consumption." Meanwhile, in space, something unexpected happened. Federation and hegemony ships that had come to help Earth watched in shock as human weapons easily destroyed enemies that had eaten entire civilizations. Captain Veltar, the Federation officer who had received medical help from Earth earlier, contacted Admiral Taemin. "Admiral, your weapons, how is this possible? We've been fighting for decades and never developed anything like this." "We had time to think instead of fight," Taemin replied. "While you were busy with your war, we were studying every piece of technology, every battle report, every weakness we could find." The truth was becoming clear to both alien civilizations. Earth had not stayed neutral because they were weak or afraid. They had stayed neutral because they were preparing. Dr. So-Young Kim coordinated with the alien scientists. "Captain Veltar, we need to share information about the Ravager hive mind. Our analysis shows the command ship is hiding behind the main battle fleet." "We can help you locate it," offered Commander Zarketh from the hegemony forces. "Our deep space scanners can penetrate their stealth technology." For the first time in 47 years, Federation and hegemony forces worked together, united by the threat that could destroy them all. The battle raged for hours. Earth's hidden weapons destroyed dozens of Ravager ships, but more kept coming. The spider vessels began using new tactics, trying to overwhelm the defenders with pure numbers. "General, we're running low on ammunition for the gravity weapons," Jin Woo reported. "The adaptive weapons are still fully supplied, but the Ravagers are becoming resistant to them." "Time for the next surprise," Woo Jin said. "Activate the quantum disruption network." This was Earth's most secret weapon. Hidden throughout the solar system were devices that could manipulate the basic laws of physics in small areas. When activated, they made it impossible for matter to bond together properly. The Ravager ships suddenly found themselves unable to maintain their physical structure. Their hulls began falling apart not because of weapon damage, but because the universe itself stopped working the way they expected. "Impossible!" came a transmission from the Ravager command ship. It was the first time they had communicated in words instead of just saying consume. "You adapt to weapons," Admiral Taemin responded, "but you cannot adapt to changes in the laws of physics themselves." The Ravager fleet began to retreat, but Earth's forces were not finished. Captain Dong-hyun led a pursuit force of human ships equipped with the most advanced technology Earth had ever built. "They're trying to escape to open space," he reported. "Should we let them go?" "No," General Woo Jin replied. "If they escape, they'll come back with more ships. We end this now. The pursuing human ships revealed another surprise. They could travel faster than any vessel the aliens had ever seen, using technology that bent space itself instead of just moving through it. Dr. Yejin O, watching from Earth's research stations, made a crucial discovery. General, I've found the Ravager. Weakness! Their hive mind communicates through quantum entanglement, but if we can reverse the polarity... Speak in simple terms, Doctor. We can turn their hive mind against itself, make them consume each other instead of us. Do it. Yejin activated, a device that had never been tested in combat. It sent a signal that confused the Ravager hive mind, making it unable to tell the difference between enemy ships and its own vessels. The results were immediate and terrifying. Ravager ships began, attacking each other, their consuming weapons eating through their own fleet. The hive mind's strength became its weakness as the confusion spread to every ship. But the largest Ravager vessel, the command ship, managed to break free from the confusion. It turned toward Earth's sun with a desperate plan. They're going to try to consume our star, Jinwoo shouted. If they succeed, they'll have enough energy to reproduce their entire fleet. Admiral Sun-hee Jang, who had been waiting in reserve with Earth's most powerful ships, finally entered the battle. All ships, intercept course for the sun. We cannot let them reach it. Sun-hee's fleet used Earth's ultimate technology, ships that could fight inside a star's corona without being destroyed. They caught the Ravager command ship just as it began trying to eat the sun's outer layers. The final battle took place in space, filled with solar plasma, hot enough to melt any normal vessel. But Earth's ships were protected by magnetic fields that redirected the heat, while their weapons operated at temperatures that would destroy most matter. Target their quantum core, Sun-hee ordered. One shot, everything we have. The combined firepower of Earth's most advanced ships struck the Ravager command vessel. The hit disrupted not just the ship, but the quantum entanglement that connected all Ravager forces. Across the solar system, every remaining Ravager ship suddenly stopped moving. Without the hive mind to control them, they became nothing more than dead metal floating in space. The battle was over. Earth had not just survived. They had completely defeated an enemy that had consumed 47 civilizations. In the aftermath, Federation and Hegemony commanders requested permission to come aboard Earth's stations. They wanted to understand how humans had developed such incredible technology while appearing to do nothing for decades. The answer is simple, General Wu Jin told them during the meeting. You spent 47 years fighting each other. We spent 47 years preparing to fight anyone who threatened us. Captain Veltar looked confused. But why did you not join our war? With these weapons, you could have ended the conflict quickly. Because your war was not our problem, Admiral, Taemin replied. We only fight when we have to. And when we fight to win permanently. The alien commanders began to understand something important about humans. Earth had not been hiding because they were weak. They had been waiting because they were smart. As the meeting ended, Ambassador Mina made an announcement that would change the galaxy forever. Earth is no longer neutral, she said, but we are not taking sides in your war either. We are offering something different, an end to all wars. The sleeping giant had awakened, and the galaxy would never be the same. 3 weeks after the Ravager defeat, Admiral Sun-hee Jang stood on the bridge of humanity's newest ship. The deep space vessel was built using technology that combined human engineering with lessons learned from the Galactic War. Admiral, we're detecting strange readings from the Andromeda sector, reported Lieutenant Minho from the sensor station. It looks like more Ravager ships, but different somehow. Sun-hee studied the data. The new contacts were larger than the spider ships they had fought before, and they moved in patterns that suggested advanced intelligence. How many? She asked. At least 200 ships, possibly more. They're organized into battle groups, not the swarm pattern we saw before. Dr. Yejin O joined them on the bridge via communication link from Earth. Admiral, I've been studying the quantum remains of the Ravager hive mind. I think what you're seeing are the original Ravagers, the ones who created the hive mind in the first place. Original Ravagers? The ships we fought were just copies, like worker bees. These new ones are the queens. They're much more intelligent and much more dangerous. Sun-hee felt her stomach tighten. If the copies had been able to destroy 47 civilizations, what could the originals do? Back on Earth, Sergeant Bo Ram Shin was training new soldiers using lessons learned from fighting the Ravager landing forces. Her troops practiced in environments that simulated matter-consuming attacks. Remember, she told her squad, normal. Tactics don't work against enemies who eat your weapons. Stay mobile, use cold-based attacks, and never let them surround you. Private Sung Min raised his hand. Sergeant, what if these new Ravagers have adapted to cold attacks? Then we use heat attacks. The key is to be unpredictable. Humans are good at changing tactics quickly. Most aliens are not. General Wu Jin received urgent reports from monitoring stations throughout the galaxy. The new Ravager fleet was not just heading toward Earth. They were systematically destroying both Federation and Hegemony installations. They're eliminating everyone who helped defend Earth, he told his staff. This is revenge. Commander Yuri Song looked at the tactical displays. Sir, at their current rate of advance, they'll reach the core Federation worlds in 6 days, Hegemony space in 8 days. And Earth? 2 weeks, if they maintain current speed. But sir, they might not come directly for us. Intelligence suggests they're building something. Building what? We're not sure. But energy readings indicate massive construction projects in deep space. Dr. Jae-hoon Lim contacted them from his research facility. General, I've completed analysis of the original Ravager technology. They're not just matter consumers, they're matter converters. They can turn any material into any other material. Explain that in simple terms. They can turn planets into spaceships, moons into weapons, stars into something else entirely. The implications were terrifying. If the original Ravagers could convert entire star systems into weapons, no conventional defense would work. Ambassador Mina Choi was busy with emergency diplomatic sessions. Representatives from dozens of civilizations wanted Earth's help to fight the new Ravager threat. Ambassador, said diplomat Krev Nor from the Centauri Alliance, our worlds have no defense against matter conversion. We need human technology. We're willing to share defensive systems, Mina replied, but only under certain conditions. What conditions? All participant civilizations must agree to a permanent peace treaty. No more wars between galactic powers. The alien diplomats looked shocked. Some had been fighting for centuries. That's impossible, protested Envoy Talmesh from the Outer Rim Coalition. Our species have fundamental differences that cannot be resolved. Then resolve them, or face the Ravagers alone, Mina said firmly. Humanity will not provide weapons that might be used for war after this crisis is over. Meanwhile, Captain Yoonji Yu led expanded fighter squadrons on reconnaissance missions to gather intelligence about the new Ravager activities. Her pilots flew ships equipped with the most advanced stealth technology humanity had developed. Control. This is Wing Leader Yoonji. I'm seeing something incredible out here. Report, Wing Leader. The Ravagers have converted an entire star system into a massive construction facility. They're building ships that are the size of moons. Admiral Tae-min coordinated the growing alliance of species willing to work together against the Ravager threat. Ships from 17 different civilizations now surrounded Earth, all using human-provided defensive technology. Admiral, contacted. Captain Veltar, my Federation ships are ready to test the new quantum weapons you provided. Negative, Captain. We test them against asteroid targets first. These weapons are more dangerous than anything your people have used before. The test firing was conducted in an empty region of space. When the Federation ship fired its human-designed weapon at a small asteroid, the entire rock simply ceased to exist. Not destroyed, but erased from reality itself. Incredible, Veltar whispered. How is this possible? We learned that the Ravagers exist partially outside normal space-time, Dr. So-Young Kim explained over the communication link. To fight them effectively, we had to develop weapons that work outside normal physics. Colonel Hyun-Soo Bae received reports from ground commanders across the galaxy. Several worlds had fallen to advance Ravager scouts, and the pattern of attack was different from before. Sir, they're not consuming these planets, reported Major Q Jung via secure transmission. They're converting them into something else. Converting them into what? Weapons platforms. Each conquered world becomes a base for building more ships and equipment. How many worlds have they taken? 12 so far, but the rate is increasing. They seem to be learning from each conquest. Dr. Ye Jin. O made a breakthrough in understanding Ravager psychology. General, I think I know why they're so focused on Earth now. Tell me. We're the first civilization to completely defeat them. Their programming, their entire reason for existing, is to consume everything. But we proved that's not always possible. So they want to eliminate the exception to their rule. Exactly. If they can destroy us, they can continue believing they're unstoppable. The first direct engagement between the Alliance forces and the original Ravagers happened near a mining colony in the Beta Centauri system. Admiral Sun He led a combined fleet of human, Federation, and hegemony ships. All ships, remember the battle plan, she transmitted. We hit them with quantum disruptors first, then follow up with matter conversion weapons. Do not let them get close enough to touch our hulls. The battle was unlike anything the galaxy had seen before. Human weapons that manipulated reality itself fought against Ravager technology that could rebuild itself from any available matter. "Target destroyed," reported Captain Jong-Soo from the human destroyer New Seoul. "Negative," came the reply from sensors. "Target is rebuilding itself from space debris." The Ravagers had adapted. Their ships could now reconstruct themselves from any material in the area, making them nearly impossible to destroy permanently. "Switch to absolute zero weapons," Sun He ordered. "Freeze them solid before they can rebuild." The new tactic worked temporarily, but the Ravagers adapted again within hours. Their ships began generating internal heat that prevented freezing. "They're learning faster than before," Dr. Jae-hoon observed from Earth. "Each generation of Ravagers becomes harder to fight." "Then we stop giving them time to learn," Sun He decided. "All ships prepare for rapid assault pattern. We hit them with everything at once." The Alliance fleet unleashed weapons that worked on 7 different scientific principles simultaneously. Reality-warping quantum bombs, matter-converting energy beams, time-dilation fields, gravity weapons, and 3 types of physics-defying attacks that human scientists had developed specifically for this battle. The Ravager ships could not adapt to all 7 types of attack at the same time. They began to break apart, but not before sending a clear message to the Alliance forces. "We understand. Now," came the transmission in multiple languages. "You are not food. You are evolution." "What does that mean?" Admiral Tae-min asked. Dr. Ye Jin provided the answer. "I think they're recognizing us as equals, beings who can force them to change and grow. Is that good or bad? I don't know, but I think we're about to find out." The remaining Ravager ships in the battle group suddenly stopped fighting and began broadcasting complex mathematical equations. The Alliance scientists worked to decode the message. "It's a challenge," Dr. So-young reported. "They're proposing a final confrontation. Winner takes everything. All the resources they've consumed, and the right to continue existing." "Where and when?" General Wu Jin asked. "The Galactic Core. In 72 hours. Sun He looked at the star charts. The Galactic Core was the most dangerous region of space, filled with black holes and unstable stars. It was also where the Ravagers had apparently been building their ultimate weapon. "General, if we accept this challenge, there's no guarantee any of us will survive," she reported. "And if we don't accept, they'll continue converting planets into weapons until they have enough firepower to destroy the entire galaxy." The choice was clear. Humanity and their new allies would have to risk everything in one final battle that would determine the fate of all galactic civilization. The tide had turned in their favor, but the war was far from over. Fleet Admiral Kyung-ho Rao stood in the command center of Earth's most advanced ship as it approached the Galactic Core. Around him, the largest military fleet in galactic history prepared for the final battle against the original Ravagers. "Admiral, long-range sensors are detecting the Ravager construction," reported Captain In-Soo Moon. "Sir, you need to see this." On the main screen appeared something that defied understanding. The Ravagers had converted an entire cluster of stars into a single massive weapon. Planets orbited the artificial construct like bullets in a cosmic gun, ready to be fired at any target in the galaxy. "How many stars did they use?" Kyung-ho asked quietly. 17, sir. They've turned them into a focused energy beam capable of destroying entire solar systems from thousands of light years away. Specialist Haewon Park, the lead engineer for Earth's ultimate weapon project, checked her readings one final time. "Admiral, our quantum field generator is ready, but sir, if we use this weapon, there's no going back." "Explain." "It will permanently change the structure of space-time in this region. The galactic core will become different. We don't know what long-term effects this might have." Kyung-ho considered this. Humanity had spent 47 years avoiding war because they understood the cost of using ultimate weapons. But now, the choice was between using their most dangerous technology or watching the galaxy burn. Dr. Ye-jin, final analysis of the Ravager psychology. Will they honor their agreement for a single battle, or is this a trap? Dr. Ye-jin Oh appeared on the communication screen from her research ship. "Admiral, the Ravagers don't lie because they don't understand the concept. They say exactly what they mean. This will be a final battle. Winner takes everything." "What do they consider winning?" "The complete elimination of the opposing force. No survivors, no mercy, no second chances." Commander In-soo Moon spoke up from the tactical station. "Sir, if they're willing to risk everything in this battle, it means they're not confident they can win a long war against us." "Or they're so confident they want to end things quickly," Kyung-ho replied. "Either way, we proceed with the mission." The Alliance fleet took positions around the Ravager star weapon. Ships from 19 different civilizations worked together, using human coordination technology that allowed instant communication across vast distances. "All ships, this is Fleet Admiral Kyung-ho," he transmitted to the entire fleet. "Today we fight not just for our own worlds, but for the right of all civilizations to exist. The Ravagers represent the end of everything: growth, learning, art, love, hope. We represent the possibility that the universe can be more than just consumption." The Ravager star weapon began to charge. Energy readings showed it would be ready to fire in 30 minutes. When it did, the beam would be powerful enough to destroy Earth's entire solar system instantly. "All human ships, prepare to reveal our final secret," Kyung-ho ordered. For 47 years, humanity had pretended to be a young species with limited technology. But the truth was different. During their apparent isolation, human scientists had solved problems that had puzzled galactic civilization for millennia. The human ships began to change. Their hulls shifted and reconfigured, revealing weapons systems that used principles of physics the other civilizations didn't even know existed. "Impossible," whispered Captain Veltar from his Federation ship. "How long have you been hiding this level of technology?" "Since before we made first contact," Admiral Taemin replied. "We knew other species were more advanced in some ways, so we decided to become more advanced in different ways." Dr. Jae-hoon Lim coordinated the deployment of humanity's ultimate weapon, a device that could rewrite the fundamental laws of physics in a localized area of space. "All ships, prepare for reality modification," he announced. "In 60 seconds, the rules of existence in this region will change according to human specifications." The Ravager star weapon fired its planet-destroying beam directly at the Alliance fleet. But when the energy reached them, something impossible happened. The beam simply stopped existing, as if the concept of destructive energy had been erased from reality. "Quantum field active," Haewon reported. "Local spacetime is now operating under modified physical laws. Ravager technology cannot function in this environment." The massive star weapon began to break apart as its energy systems failed to work under the new physics. 17 stars were suddenly free from artificial control, returning to their natural behavior. But the original Ravager ships adapted faster than expected. They began changing their own structure, trying to work within the modified reality. "They're learning to exist under our new physics," In-soo warned. "We have maybe 10 minutes before they fully adapt." "Then we end this now," Kyung-ho decided. "In-soo, take your strike team directly to their command vessel. Use the reality anchors to prevent them from adapting further." In-soo Moon led a small group of ships directly into the heart of the Ravager fleet. His team carried devices that could lock the laws of physics in place, preventing any further changes or adaptations. The mission was incredibly dangerous. If the reality anchors failed, In-soo's team would be trapped in space where normal physics didn't work, unable to return home. "Strike team approaching target," In-soo reported. "Deploying reality anchors now." The devices activated around the Ravager command ship, creating a bubble of stable space-time. Inside this bubble, neither human nor Ravager technology could change. "The rules of existence! It's working!" Insu called out. "The Ravagers are trapped in normal physics!" But the Ravager command ship had one final surprise. It began converting itself into pure energy, planning to destroy everything within the reality anchor field. "They're going to explode and take us with them," Insu realized. "Negative," Kyung-ho transmitted. "We have one more trick they haven't seen." The human fleet revealed their most closely guarded secret: ships that could exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. While the Ravagers destroyed everything in normal space, the human vessels simply stepped sideways into parallel reality and survived the explosion. When the energy cleared, the original Ravager fleet was gone. Their command ship had destroyed itself and all nearby vessels in a final act of spite. "Scanning for survivors," reported Hae-won. "No Ravager life signs detected anywhere in the system. The battle was over. The galaxy was safe." In the aftermath, representatives from every major civilization gathered on Earth for an unprecedented peace conference. The demonstration of human capabilities had shocked everyone into cooperation. "We have a proposal," Ambassador Mina Choi told the assembled delegates. "Earth will share our advanced technology with all civilizations, but only under one condition." "What condition?" asked diplomat Krevnor. "The end of all interstellar wars. Permanent peace between all galactic powers." "That's impossible," protested several delegates. "Our species have too many differences." "Then you'll have to learn to overcome them," General Wu Jin said firmly, "because the technology we're offering could easily destroy civilizations as well as defend them. We will only share it with species who have proven they can work together." President Kim addressed the assembly with humanity's final revelation. "For 47 years, you all wondered why Earth stayed out of your war. The truth is simple. We were preparing for a different kind of conflict." "What kind of conflict?" asked Envoy Talmesh. "The conflict between order and chaos, between growth and consumption, between civilizations that create and forces that only destroy." Dr. So-young Kim presented the scientific analysis. "The Ravagers weren't just another enemy. They represented a fundamental threat to the possibility of advanced civilization. By studying your war, we learned what it takes to defend not just planets or species, but the very concept of progress itself." Admiral Sun Hee explained the military perspective. "Every battle you fought taught us something about large-scale conflict. Every weapon you developed showed us what worked and what didn't. While you were fighting each other, we were learning to fight entropy itself. The peace negotiations took 3 months, but eventually every major power agreed to the new Galactic Charter. Wars between member civilizations were banned. Disputes would be resolved through mediation and compromise. In return, Earth shared technology that revolutionized galactic civilization, faster-than-light travel that didn't require dangerous fuel, matter conversion that could end scarcity, medical advances that could heal any injury or disease." A year later, Admiral Taemin stood on the observation deck of the new Galactic Peace Station, built in Earth's solar system. Through the windows, he could see ships from dozens of worlds working together on joint projects. "It's remarkable," Captain Veltar said, joining him at the window. "In 1 year, we've made more scientific progress than in the previous century." "That's what happens when civilizations cooperate instead of compete," Taemin replied. "Admiral, may I ask you something? All this technology, all these advances, how long did humanity really need to develop them?" Taemin smiled. "About 20 years. We spent the other 27 years perfecting them and waiting for the right moment to reveal them. And when would that moment have been, if the Ravagers hadn't forced your hand? Probably never. We were content to watch and learn, but sometimes the universe forces you to take action, whether you want to or not."